Hey, it's CoastRegistry, online registration for skating clubs. CoastRegistry does online registration for skating programs, secure payment via PayPal, and online administration and management of club programs. So, we start up our browser. For today's demo, we'll be using an imaginary club called the Great White North Skating Club. We'll have a special internet address in order to get to the online registration for that club, and that is shown here. So we'll enter that URL into the browser, and CoastRegistry will bring us back to the registration page for Great White North Skating Club. You'll see that we have two options. One is to register for Can Skate Learn to Skate, and the other one is to register for power skating. Today we'll be just talking about Can Skate registration, so we'll click this option. What we see here is the Register for Can Skate in 4 Easy Steps page for the Great White North Skating Club. And what we have to do first in a sequence of actions is log in or create our account, identify our skater, select the classes we want, and then pay safely and conveniently online using PayPal. The little golden arrow tells us what the current step is. So first of all, we'll log in. We have a user with a password, and we'll log in. And then we move to the next step, which is to identify our skater. So what we'll do now is we'll identify our skater. Turns out that we already have a skater in the system. Her name is Gina Bauer. We can also create a new skater and associate that skater with our login, but at the moment for this demo we're just going to look at our existing skater. So we'll select that skater. Her name will show up here, and now we can select classes for that skater. So what we'll do, a list box here that shows us the different Can Skate sessions offered by the Great White Skating Club. And you'll see that there's a Monday Can Skate from 10 a.m. to 10:45, a Wednesday from 3:45 to 4:30, and a Friday from 3:45 to 4:30. Very typical of what you might find. It shows the price, the dates, as well as the spaces available. So if you got to a point where there were no spaces left, this column would say full, and the checkbox would no longer be available. But at any rate, in this case, we are available. So let's assume that our skater, Gina Bauer, wants to take Monday and Wednesday Can Skate. So we select those two by checking the checkboxes and we go OK. Now we'll get a summary page showing us Gina Bauer's information and the 2 sessions that she wants to take, along with the total price and the ability to delete one if we decide no, maybe 1 day a week is good enough. So we'll delete this item here, and we'll say that Gina only wants to take Monday Can Skate. When we're all settled with this page, we can say go to this button and now register. So we'll click the register. Now what we have is we have our payment page. So this is a page that shows us the total price we're going to pay for the Can Skate session, our Skate Canada fee because Gina Bauer hasn't skated with us before, and it turns out that in this term there's a Club Carnival and we're adding a $20 fee for Gina. So her total price will be $145. If she wants to continue to pay, she can click the PayPal button. Now, by clicking the PayPal button, we actually go out to PayPal, and what we will see here is the PayPal page that allows us to pay for our sessions with our credit card. And we can fill this information in. When we're complete, we can just click this button. So let's assume that we've made our payment here with PayPal. Payment is now complete. Money flows directly and immediately into the club account. Next, the skater will receive a confirmation email with a receipt. We'll see that next. Okay, let's bring up the browser now, and we'll go to our Hotmail email client. And we'll notice that we have an email from ClubRegistry at CoastRegistry.com about a club registration payment completed via PayPal. When we click on that, we'll notice that this is the email that we get after we pay by PayPal. So the club registration and payment confirmation sent to Mama Bauer. I guess that must be Gina Bauer's mom. She's from the Great White North Skating Club. That's her invoice number. Here's the session that she's taking here. And there are some instructions here in that what CoastRegistry asks to be done now is that you click on this link, which will allow you to go and pick up a printable invoice. So let's do that now. We'll go back into CoastRegistry, and here's our receipt. So it's the Great White Skating Club user that we logged on in the first place. The skater is Gina Bauer. There's the receipt number, and you can see that we have our CanSkate session here, which is paid, along with our fees, and it's marked paid. And what we can do now is we can click here to bring up our official receipt. And this little box shows up, which allows us to click here, and it brings up a PDF file, which I say open. And you can see now that this is a printable invoice because it's in PDF form that the customer can print out on their printer and bring with them on the first day of classes. You can see that it's got the session name, the dates, the number of classes, the location, and all the other information required for the skater to have confirmation that their class is registered. And that completes the registration process. With registration being completed, money is in the club's account, the skater has received confirmation, and the skater has a receipt of the financial transaction. All the skater needs to do now is go skating. In our next installment, we'll see how the club can use CoastRegistry to keep track of all its registrations and use the information to manage club programs.